And when did you make the decision to apply your artistic skills to clothing?
College. So we had a project where we had to make something of our art that could sell. And Mike was 2 years ahead of me, so he'd already done the same course I was on, and he'd done like a little gallery where people would buy his drawings. And I looked at that, and I looked at my dad, and my dad wanted us to come into the business at the time, and the last thing I wanted to do was that. But also I didn't want to sit and wait around all my life to sell a painting for 40 grand. And I remember going into the class, and I remember the teacher telling me that average salary of a graphic designer was 30k. And I'd go home and I'd speak to my dad and be like, hold on, if university's going to cost me 9k a year and the average salary is 40k a year, and like, I can't fucking buy myself a Range Rover with that. And I wanted to be like my dad. So I was like, what is it that I can make money from? Like, everyone wants to be successful, right? There's no denying that like money was such a big thing back then that I wanted. And I was so particular about the clothing, like I said, about my gran and taking things in and how we'd adjust all my garments, that there was this like upbringing of social media. Instagram was just starting and YouTube was just starting, and I managed to watch a few videos of like artists like Shepard Fairey, who owned Obey, and Nicky Diamonds, who owned Diamond Supply, and Huff, and these guys over here on the West Coast that were just selling like t-shirts with graphics on. And I thought, why can't we be the British version of that? What have we got to do that? And this college project came up, and I just thought, I'll give it a go.
You know, a second ago you said being a graphic designer wasn't going to allow you to buy the same car as your dad. How much was your dad a driving force behind your sort of your decision making? And like, when I say that, like, was there really a motivation to try and beat him, or at least get to where he was?
Yeah, definitely. And
a very conscious motivation.
Yeah.
And because you thought that would make him proud, or make yourself proud?
Yeah, I thought it'd make the family proud, but as well, it was just like, no one thought in my family that, or even through my friends or through my mum and dad's friends, whoever was around us, no one thought that we'd ever be anything. No one thought that like our art could sell and we could make money that way and we could build careers that way. Everyone always expected us, especially my granddad, just expected us to go into the family business.
Having listened to some of your interviews and stuff and gotten to know you, it does feel like there's a bit of a chip on your shoulder. And I'm not necessarily sure who the chip on your shoulder has come from.
I think a lot of it's self-inflicted. I think I just like to have something there to prove something wrong or something right. Maybe prove myself right.
Comes at a cost though.
It does come at a cost, yeah. But I'm willing to take that cost on.